to take place on two smaller but no less challenging circuits. For an idea of what these three stages look like, we hopped on board car 46, the 2004 Lotus Elise of Brendan Nichols and Kurt Stiles. Don't be fooled by their size. The smaller events are a good test of agility and handling for all competitors, although some handled the challenge more successfully than others. How did the first run go?
Oh, I went the wrong way on something really obvious. It's very embarrassing when you can almost go the wrong way on something like that. But no, it was pretty good fun, but now I get to make up for the mistakes I made last time and hopefully go a bit faster.
Now remember how Murray and Tony had problems with their Mini on day one? Well, there appeared to be different problems on day two.
Murray, what happened?
Oh, nothing. That's the problem.
Wasn't the wrong gear, was it?
No, not at all. I was concerned about you down there.
Good, eh? See ya.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
But after some thought, the spin doctors and the co-driver had another excuse.
Yeah, he said there was a problem with the gears. They're not working properly.
Ah.
Yeah, they're round the wrong way, but we fixed them up now and he told me what to do.
Excellent.
It's like an H. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got it.
Local crew Matt Cherry and Kim Ledger had a great start to the event with some ripper times. But unfortunately for them, they started day two at a real disadvantage. Their competition-registered car, the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 6, packed it in toward the end of day one, forcing them to find another mode of transport. So for Kim Ledger, this was a great opportunity to test out a car that he'd designed and built himself. Fortunately for them, under the Dutton rules, they can do this with no penalty.
Tell us the history on it. How did it come to be and why did you build it?
One of the guys that has worked for me for a lot of years, Terry Fielding, a design engineer, and I decided that we would like to put together a car that was a little reminiscent, if you like, of the old 908 914 Porsches, but something that could be road registered and perhaps CAMS approved and also used in event work like this. It's a semi-monocoque. It's got a tub construction in the centre, and the front clip carries all of the steering equipment and the suspension and cooling system, and the rear clip carries the rollover protection, the Subaru turbocharged engine and transaxle, and also, of course, the suspension and that kind of stuff at the rear. So it's quite a simple construction, really. It's a beautifully balanced car. You know, it turns in quite well because it has a mid-mounted boxer-style engine. Of course, its centre of gravity is very low, but it brakes well, turns in well, carries good corner speed. You know, it's a lovely car to drive. So it weighs in at about 800 kilos, and we have about 220 horsepower. So it's quite a nice balance, reliable.
Whilst the TRF looks set to do well in the remaining stages of the event, One team and car that was travelling extremely well was the Subaru WRX of Chris Lim and Alex Friedrich.
Alex, tell us about the car a little bit.
It's a 2000 Subaru WRX. Not much done to the engine, just a change of turbo and ECU. We're running water methanol injection this weekend just to try and keep it safe and cool. And quite a bit of suspension work, so that's where we're sort of making up on it. It's got tamed coilovers and all sorts of white line bushes and stuff like that. All the good stuff.
What do you normally use the car for?
It's a daily driver to and from work. The clutch isn't the most friendliest thing, and the straight cut gears draw a bit of attention because they whine a lot, but yeah, it's not so bad. I only work a kilometre away from home, so it's cool. We come out here once a month and play motor carnas with the lads, and that's about it really, yeah. The odd sprint, stuff like that, just amateur racing.
So as the events at AHG were starting to wind down, and Martin Ataris was showing off his well-oiled sporting physique, the teams were preparing for the final event of day 2, a testing motorcana on a slippery surface at Gloucester Park, right in the centre of Perth. If ever there was going to be a stage that gave the spectators heaps of action, it was going to be this one. Once again, Chris Caruso couldn't help himself, and the third set of rear tyres looked imminent. Certainly wasn't the most direct route, nor the quickest time, but he did get the most applause. So the end of day 2, and there were no surprises, as Subarus and Mitsubishis filled most of the top 10 spots. Martin Ataris and Alex Friedrich finished equal first with a total of 109 points, closely followed by Darryl Dello in third and Jamie Lister in fourth. Blaise Paris led the co-drivers with a points total of 49. In second place was Simon Arthur, which wasn't bad considering the trials and tribulations he'd endured over the last few days. Chris Lim was driving well in third in the WRX, and Peter Gazzard in his 2004 Lotus Elise was in fourth place with a points total of 123. But at the end of the day, Blaise Paris probably had the right idea.
Blaise, good day?
Tonguing for a beer, Glenn. I'm absolutely gagging for a beer, but look, we had some fun out there. It was had a reasonably clean run and really entertaining tracks. Mount Omni was great, but it's been pretty hot out here today, so looking forward to refreshing myself tonight.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, the final day arrived, and it was obvious everyone was ready to give their all to end the event on a high. The array of cars that had travelled from all around the country for this Dutton debut in Western Australia were impressive, and most up to this stage had managed to scrape through relatively unharmed. For the final day, the drivers and co-drivers had to complete 3 driving tests at the AHG Driving Centre and 3 auto tests at the Kwinana Auto Centre. There was also a 400-metre drag race for those with an extra need for speed. At AHG, the driving tests were a lot tighter than the day before, which would be a problem for some of the bigger cars. However, it was going to be an added bonus for the small, lightweight four-wheel drives that had really dominated this event. The first event was a 2-lap circuit sprint through 2 chicanes over a distance of 2,400 metres. The drivers were out to finish this course in under 2 minutes and 10 seconds, but only a few managed this goal. There was a lot of action and everyone was certainly letting loose on this final day. At the end of this stage, it came as no surprise that Martin Ataris recorded the best time with 2 minutes and 6.53 seconds. Alex Friedrich also managed to keep in touch, coming in just 0.13 of a second behind Martin, while Matt Langer finished third. But the co-drivers did even better at quickening up the pace. They ripped past the drivers' times, with Simon Arthur recording the top 2 laps of 2 minutes and 4 seconds and 2 minutes and 6.13 seconds. Local dirt rally hero and driver for the Subaru rally team, Dean Herridge, had joined the event yesterday and was certainly enjoying his time on the tarmac. Dean was the only other co-driver to beat the drivers with a best time of 2 minutes and 7.22 seconds, the third fastest time of the stage.
Yeah, we've got the stereo up, aircon on, having fun. I was told it's all about having fun, so we're doing that.
How'd you go out there? Good?
Look, they're fun tracks actually, very different to what I'm used to, and we're here having fun. New people that I'm meeting for the first time, so having an absolute ball. It's been great.
Any ideas you're going to take from this car and put into the race car?
Probably not this stage. We're pretty happy. It'd be nice to bring the rally car here, actually have some fun, but I must thank the owner of the car, Matthew Langer, for letting me have a run in it.
Test 2 was a speedy 400-metre course that saw the drivers attempting to reach go to woe in less than 30 seconds. And a lot of them, surprisingly, did just that. For the drivers, Martin Ataris once again proved his dominance, scoring the best time of 28.24 seconds. Darryl Dello followed closely in 28.38, with Alex Friedrich just 0.05 of a second behind in third. For the co-drivers, Simon Arthur was in top spot once again with a time of 28.19. Blaise Paris took both second and third best times with 28.52 and 28.75 seconds. The final event at AHG was just as long, but with more twists and turns along the way. The 400-metre dash wasn't as easy as it seemed. For Robert Hoare, just getting to the finish line would have been a bonus, but unfortunately, one blown motor made that task a little difficult.
A couple are on third sets of tyres and a couple are on so many sets of cars. What's the story?
Friday, broken drive shaft, snap. Got the new drive shaft in.